podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com.
Oh yeah, you goddamn right.
Eureka.
Hey,
We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah.
it's the great debate.
Make plays every day, yeah. We
It's
make
not the
plays
okay
every day,
debate.
yeah. We make
It's the
plays
great
every day,
debate.
yeah. We make plays every day,
For
yeah.
week 3.
We make plays every day, yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I am your host, Bogard Scott-Free, back at it again for the great debate with my esteemed colleague, The Gu. What's happening, Gu?
Oh, we just still at it, grinding. You know what I mean? The middle of week 2, looking at week 3 now. Still, licking our wounds from week 2, but we on to week 3. You know what I'm saying? Here to grind, here to get it ready, here to look at everything, feel the matchups, tell you what we're feeling, what we're not feeling, who we're in on, who we're out on.
Yeah, and this great debate that we're about to have. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fantasy Fornicator. You know what I mean? He's been the co-pilot on our weekly ranks debate, where we're doing a bit of a throwback this week. You know what I'm saying? Bringing back obviously you guys know him well. It's our resident GMM Real Fantasy Playmakers analyst, Steamboat Joe, Diamond Joe Gu. You know what I'm saying? And we started this thing last season, and we used to call it the Great Debate, where Bogey would come through with the madness rankings, and the Gu he would bring up the ECR for Fantasy Pros, and we would just shit on them as much as we can, and then he would tell me how crazy I am and how much he agrees with me too on some of these rankings, because I am. Well, Gu, I don't know if you took a gander yet, but I'm going in on some of these.
Will anybody be getting a spanking with the ranking?
You know what?
You have the paddle out.
You're goddamn. There's plenty of people getting a spanking with the ranking on this one. But check this out. Before we get to all the good isms, we're going to go ahead and handle some quick housekeeping. Go ahead and follow me at both Twitter and IG. That's at the GMM Network. You can follow my esteemed colleague, The Gu, on IG at TheGuru408. What else we doing here? Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? You got to make sure you subscribe to the GMM Network on YouTube if you haven't already. Go ahead and hit that notification bell, spike the like, drop a comment, all that good shit. If you guys got start sit questions, you can find us on either any of our social media platforms, or you can even DM us, you know what I'm saying, or, drop a comment on one of the videos, you know what I'm saying, one of these episodes, and we will get at you, you know what I'm saying, because we take care of our playmakers. Also, you know what I'm saying, you can catch Bogard Scott-Free live on the Rum Boys Fantasy Network. We are proud to be housed under the monarchy of the Rum Boys Fantasy Network. Be sure to subscribe to the Rum Boys Fantasy Network on YouTube as well if you haven't already. And also, man, go ahead and sign up at rumboys.com. That's RUMBOYZ.com. It's where you're going to find all our latest and greatest articles. We got innovative team of journalists. You know what I'm saying? They just hard at work, sweating it out. You know what I'm saying? And, man, we're covering everything, man. And right now we're actively looking for more writers, because we're covering every single team in the NFL. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That goes for you too, Gu. If you want to start writing some, be the resident Niner writer, and you write all about, the Niner recap games, man, that job is waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? But same thing for all y'all playmakers, you know what I mean? And, you could submit your audition articles at rumboys.com. Also, that's where you're going to find our fly merch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And, oh, yeah. Shout out to our sponsor, Milk and Honey TX, for all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness. Visit milkandhoneytx.com. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to the homie Sundown Charlie. You know what I'm talking about? And you heard in the beginning of this joint, Playmakers, this podcast here is powered by monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code GMM and we'll match your first deposit all the way up to $50. We got prop bets all the way up to wazoo. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we've been hitting. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to want to tune into our live shows on the Run Boys Fantasy Network, as well as tune into all the isms we drop. We're dropping like 3 episodes a week over here at the GMM Network. You know what I mean? And it's just all things that get you on the path to winning money and even get you on the path, more importantly, to winning that fantasy title. Hey, Gu, what's happening?
Posted up, about to rip this bong. Look at these you know what I mean, these rankings. You know what I mean? And tell you what I'm feeling. I mean, we're started off, brother. I mean, where do you want to go?
So we're gonna go running backs first. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm pulling them up. We're gonna start with the running backs, and what we're gonna do here is I need you to pull up ECR, and what we'll do.
I'm one step ahead.
Nice. So I guess we'll go 12 by 12 because we're gonna do a little different than last year. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go top 24 at receiver and running back, and then we'll do we'll put all that aside and we'll go and talk serious streaming options at the QB, TE, and the DSTs. You know what I'm talking about? Sure. Yeah.
Let's go. Break those running backs off. Where's your first discrepancy as in the RB1s? That's what I want to know.
Well, I'm just gonna sound them off real quick. We're starting off with my man Zeke. Right? I got him coming in at number 1. That's going to be their key to beating Seattle. Is keeping the best quarterback in the game right now off the field by running that rock. Next, we're going with my man Booby, a.k.a. Miles Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going over to Taylor Gang. You know what I'm saying? Because that's our view on him right now. Shout out to Fantasy Fornicator. He was like, bro, I got him number 1. And I was like, ooh, I like that. But you
put Taylor number 1.
Yeah, this week. You know what I'm saying? And but I'm going Zeke, Miles Sanders, Taylor Gang. Then we going with Alvin and the Chipmunks. And then we're going with King Henry. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going with our man Aaron Jones. You know what I'm saying? Indiana Aaron Jones. Ooh, that's a new one. And that rounds out the top 6. You know what I'm saying? Then we heading on over to the Cook. Then we're going to Carson City. Then we're going to Josh Jacobs. I'm never going to give him a nickname because fuck him. You know what I'm saying? And even though he's dope, I just don't like the team he's on. Then we're going with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going with the chubby one. And on to Connor, rounding out the top 12. You know what I'm saying? I'll repeat that again. From the top, Zeke, Miles Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Jonathan Taylor, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, Josh Jacobs, then Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Nick Chubb, James Conner. So now go ahead, let me know what the fantasy pros have to say. You know, Playmakers, you can't see me, but I'm throwing up air quotes when I say pros.
They agree with you on Zeke number 1, and then
Nice.
and then that was about it.
Nice.
They got Kamara at number 2, Henry at 3, Dalvin at number 4, Taylor at 5, Aaron Jones at 6, Jacob at 7, Eckler at 8, Sanders at 9, which was the first one that you caught my attention was at Miles Sanders. Kenyon Drake, Clyde, and Nick Chubb round out the top 12.
So we got the same.
I think you got Miles Sanders a little bit high. On
Listen. We got all
number
this.
2 over an Alvin Kamara and a Derrick Henry.
Yup.
And a Taylor, bro.
Okay.
I think that's. I see the matchup is good. I see that.
Okay.
I see that, but the
and
Eagles,
he's
they are
matchup
going to be
proof.
desperate for a win. I'll give them that, but they have not looked good. So to just plug Miles Sanders into number 2. Yeah, that's a bogey. I can't initial on him that high.
Alvin Kamara without Michael Thomas is essentially the whole offense. Yes, the run defense is trash for Green Bay, but he is Alvin and the Chipmunks for a reason. Still going to be Latavius Murray. Booby Sanders is going to have it all to himself.
Latavius wasn't really involved last week.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, that was week 2. Week one, the split wasn't far off as far as carries go. Here's why I'm saying this. Miles Sanders is matchup proof. We seen what Boston Scott is, and he's dealing with whatever the fuck kind of injury he has. This guy's gonna go bananas against this front. I
mean, I do like the matchup. The potential is there. I'm a little
Game
worried about
script
Miles
proof,
Sanders.
too.
I'm worried about anybody Philly. And Miles Sanders, I mean, he played? He played last week, right?
Yep.
And what did he put
It's
up? I don't
against
own
the
any
Rams.
Miles Sanders. Huh?
Hold on. Miles
It
Sanders
wasn't much.
stats in
I'm
this
sorry, I
game.
should know this. I don't own any Miles Sanders.
Had 95 rushing yards and 1 touchdown on 20 carries and 36 receiving yards on 2 receptions.
Yep.
Okay. So he was
Against a
involved.
tough
All right.
matchup. He put it on the ground one time, but this is how I know they fucking with him because they're like, get the fuck right back in there, booby. You know what I mean? Get the fuck right back in there. Listen, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, they combined for like, I want to say, what was it, over 150 yards? Something like that.
I think it was a little bit more than that.
It was over 200 all purpose. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, they feasted. They feasted for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I like him. He's in the high RB1 category. But so I'm not mad at him. I'm not saying I'm just number 2. I mean, if you're like
we're doing
if
it.
was like a DFS.
Okay. All right.
I would feel safer with like a Derrick Henry or a Taylor or I mean, damn it, even an Aaron Jones right now. I mean, guys that I know like are red hot. I mean,
do you know what Josh?
I wouldn't say Taylor.
Do you think Josh Jacobs is more talented than Aaron Jones?
I think he's in a system where he's going to get more touches, and he's
and he sure did.
He
got
looks
20,
good, but
27
Jones,
carries. 27 carries,
That's a good
and he
question.
put up like 80 something on the ground, right?
He's not a game breaker. Aaron Jones is more of a game breaker to me.
Yep. And
Josh Jacobs is a
but here's why I say
more
this.
durable
Here's
so
why
far.
I have Aaron Jones in the exact same spot. These pros have him. You know what I mean? And
I like Eckler at Carolina. I was surprised that didn't make your top 12.
because Josh Kelly's there. They're both gonna eat.
But I mean that Eckler's more the receiving guy too.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. So I think third down receiving because I think they're going to be able to do whatever the fuck they want this week. This is in correlation with with now Keenan Allen's active as long because it's Sunshine Pervert over there at the QB position now.
You pulled Chris Carson up a little high too. I kind of didn't agree with that. I don't really love Chris Carson in that system right now because it looks like they're starting to really lean on Russ more to throw. And I mean, I haven't seen the big yardage game out of Chris Carson.
It's going to be a
Carlos
battle.
Hyde's in there.
These two teams, they know what the Cowboys are. The Cowboys got Zeke. What they're gonna try to do is run like shit. Not only gonna how about this? They're gonna rack up points like they've been doing. Then they're gonna keep and the run game is gonna be implicated heavier than we've seen it this first 2 weeks. That's why I have Carson up there. He's being used in the passing game.
Do you think that this game is going to be anything other than Dak versus Russ?
Yeah, it's gonna be Dak and
Do you think
Zeke.
it's going to be Chris Carson?
It's Dak.
I've not seen it.
Listen, it's Dak and Zeke versus Russ and Carson. That's how I view it. You know me, I write a game.
I believe in Carson.
I write a game script.
Feels like he needs touchdowns to have a day to get his numbers. Otherwise,
Carson is the one guy that's in.
Did he score? He scored last week, right? He caught one.
Yep. Carson's the one guy that's in the top 12 that the pros don't have him in there.
And
they got Eckler in there. And I got Austin Powers, the RB who shagged me right outside of the top 12.
I would take an Eckler over a Carson this week, only because the matchup is soft and it's going to be. It's going
to be a lot of Josh Kelly as well.
For sure. Because the game, I mean, they should be winning that game. So I mean, okay.
That's where I'm at.
The Dallas Seattle
when
game should be high
when you
scoring.
say the receiving shit, I don't disagree with you. But in a game script where they should be in the driver's seat, because you got to remember too, they got a great defense, bro. It's not like. You know what I mean? It's not like they're playing against Mahomes where they got to try to score everything as fuck.
Right. So they should be running it. I mean, they should be running it a lot more, which if it does. I like Kelly. He's going to be in there. He's going to get his work, but that means Kelly's
workload is steadily getting like. I want you to remember what it looked like when Melvin Gordon finally came
absolutely.
back. Yeah.
And that's it. Kelly can fill that role for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I'm saying.
I'm not mad at it. But I do like Eckler.
This is why it's the great debate.
Not feeling Clyde's matchup this week. It might be tough. You might need to.
Yeah, but I have him up in the top 10.
He's right at the bottom. As ECR's got him 11. I think you had him right around 10 or something like that.
Yeah, I think I had him rounding out the 10 mark. But if I did I? Yeah.
Something like that. So other than that, everyone else, I mean, pretty good with the matchups. I mean, Drake, I like Drake at Detroit. Maybe this is the first Drake real big game from him. Let's see. Who else did you put up there? Oh, you put James Conner in there at Houston. I like that one.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh seems like
remember,
they're
I'm only
strong.
James Conner is one of those guys. If I was to think about him possibly getting hurt all the time, I would never rank him in the top 24. You know what I mean? I would rank him like, how much do you think he can get in one series? You know what I mean? That's how I would always think. But it's like, when I rank him, I got to think like, all right, he's going to play the whole game. Because when he plays the whole game, he's going to eat against his matchup.
Yeah, no, ECR's got him ranked 16. I like James Conner a little bit higher than that. I like him ahead of guys like Joe Mixon and Kareem Hunt. And, I mean, maybe even the Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So I'm not mad at James Conner at all. I think they're a little low on him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, top 12 RB. You know, I mean, that's about it. I mean, for the most part, though, you're playing all these guys if you got them.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's just continue to get crazy. We're going back to Bogey's list. We're going to 13. So, bam. Now we're really disrespecting your Austin Powers because I'm putting James Robinson here at 13. Then we go Austin Powers, the RB that shagged me. Then we go Drizzy Drake. Then we go Sir Joe Mix-a-Lot. He likes touchdowns and he cannot lie because he really does. He just can't get them this year so far. You know what I'm saying? Then we go with my man Monty Burns. Excellent. You know what I'm saying? And to round out the 18 spot, we're going with my man Kareem Get the Money. Dollar bill, y'all. We got Kareem Hunt there. Now, to move on, we're going for at 19, we got Leonard Foreskin. At 20, we're going with the Jerk McKinnon. Yeah, we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? 21, I put Todd Gurley in there. I don't like it there. You know what I'm saying? 22, Mike Davis, because he's just going to get a fucking fat workload and a bunch of dump-off receptions. Bad matchup, but I'm just saying he's going to get volume. He's the only fucking guy there. As long as he stays upright, he's going to get all that fucking volume. Then we go with DJ, David Johnson. And then we go with Josh Kelly, because that's why Austin Eckler ain't in my top 12, because Josh Kelly is going to be up in that motherfucking mix.
I didn't hear you say Melvin Gordon's name.
Nope.
Whoa, what's going on? Because it's Jake Driscoll? He's getting
nope.
disrespected that
Playing
much?
The
that
number,
you're putting in Mike
because
Davis
he's getting
over
a
him?
spanking with the ranking.
What has Melvin done? He's
He's
produced.
getting a spanking with the ranking, and he's playing against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are arguably still the number one run defense coming off of last year.
Didn't in week 1, New Orleans kind of run all over?
Nope.
They didn't have a Kamara of like 3 touchdowns in that game?
He had 2. What's his stat line?
Was it 1 receiving and 2 rushing?
What's his stat line?
Maybe pull it up. Okay, let me pull it up then.
Because fuck the touchdowns. Because if you get down there and you need 2 yards, so you mean you got 2 yards, but it just so happened to go across the goal line, right?
Just saying,
I'm talking
bro.
about
Touchdowns are touchdowns.
But I'm talking about just how are you able to move the ball in general. What's your stat line on the ground against Tampa Bay? What did CMC do last week? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he got a couple touchdowns. What they got because they got down there into the 5. You know what I mean? They got
fair.
I'm saying, bro, on the ground they're hard to run on. Melvin Gordon, not good. Spanking with the ranking.
Okay, I mean, I think
I
that's
got Gordon.
I think that's a little harsh on Melvin Gordon.
You know where I got Gordon? I got him at 25. Stay up out the top 24, Bogey's top 24, spanking with the ranking.
Let's see. Fair enough. I'm not big on Kareem Hunt. I think I would rather have a guy like Melvin Gordon over Kareem Hunt. I think this is a regression game for him. So, I mean, outside of that, everyone in there, not too mad at. You did put a few in there. I wouldn't.
James Robinson.
No, James Robinson. He belongs in the RB2 category this week.
JR.
You go out there and plug him. I love Montgomery against Atlanta, which should be a higher scoring game for the Bears.
I think what they're gonna want to try to do is like keep Matt Ryan off the field for real, and like you could run on them, and he can probably pile up a couple receptions. But Montgomery, like they need to keep feeding him. That's it. Just keep fucking feeding him. That's why I have him up there. And you know what? It's the matchup. Like, you know what I mean? Had him in my top. Had him as a high end RB2 last week. You know what I mean? That kind of worked out. Actually.
Let's see. A guy you mentioned in the beginning, Joe Mixon. Should Joe Mixon owners be worried?
Yeah.
Like, to what extent? Because I don't
worried
feel
to where he worried
he's
to
basically
where
a risk flex guy now at this point.
Worried to where you drafted him. Yeah.
Well, of course, but you're committed to him.
Yeah, but yes, they sprinkle in, Gio Bernard here and there because it's also here's the thing, man. We haven't seen a positive game script for him, and they need to start not taking him off the field is what the fuck they need to do. They need to keep dumping it off. They need to start dumping it off to him. They need to have him out there running routes because he's Le'Veon Bell light, bro. Like Le'Veon Bell from the good. Pittsburgh Steelers, at least.
He just can't. The way they're using him, it just seems like they're trying to like just run him into a wall, and it's not really working.
They're
out
not
so
scheming
well, so
him. They're not.
I agree.
And
Dump him
listen,
off and get him in
Zach
open space a little
Taylor.
bit.
Zach Taylor used to do phenomenal things with Todd Gurley. Why in the fuck can't they do this here? We seen in them. They started to do this last year. You know what I'm saying?
Todd Gurley did phenomenal things. I don't know if it was necessarily Zach Taylor.
Yeah,
Zach Taylor was a part of it. Jury's still out on Zach Taylor. What have you done? You had Todd Gurley when he was at his prime.
I'm okay.
I feel you.
Didn't Joe Mixon? Joe Mixon, when they started giving Joe Mixon 20 plus touches, like 24 touches on average at that second half of the year last year, that was, you know what I'm saying? I'm still expecting that. I think right now, too, they know this is not a year they're going to compete. They're just kind of letting Joe Burrow, you know what I mean? They're just kind of letting him, get his feet wet or get his sea legs.
Take his legs.
Exactly. But
yeah, so I'm worried about Joe Mixon. Would you trade him at if you're trading Joe Mixon?
I was trying to move Joe Mixon in the keeper league.
What kind of value can you expect from him though?
I was trying to move him. I was literally in talks. It was Joe Mixon and Keenan Allen. I started there, and then I was trying to get D-Hop from Kali, and then I knew that wasn't going to happen. That's just how I started the dialogue. Then I was like, all right, well, I'll throw in Michael Thomas and Mixon. Give me D-Hop and your next year's first round, and I'll give you my third, right? And he mowed that over. He's like, man, I really like this deal right now. And he's like, but fuck, Michael Thomas is hurt. And I'm like, well, you know what? We could talk about this deal next week. You know what I mean? I was like, watch when Michael Thomas gets back. Because right now, honestly, I'd rather have D-Hop than Michael Thomas. And it's a keeper league. So for the future, I don't know what the fuck. I love Jameis Winston. Is it going to be him? I don't fucking know. I know it's not going to be Drew Brees, though. So I was willing to do that. And to just get off the headache of Mixon.
Yeah, he is just a big headache. So, I mean, I guess you can't get much
But I
for
still
him,
love him. And you know what? I'm going to keep rolling him out there.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to. Hopefully they turn it around and the volume goes back up to those 25 touches, like you said. I think because that's what he'll need to really produce for the spot that you took him at.
Hit me with the ECR 13 to 24.
Where do they have? They have Mixon at 13, Carson, Hunt, Connor, Gurley, Robinson, Monty, DJ, Melvin Gordon, Gibson, Mark Ingram, and Fournette.
Mark Ingram should never be in nobody's top anything. Fuck you, Mark Ingram.
Yeah, you put some interesting guys in there, a little high.
Hey, bro, you know me, I get more than a little high, bro.
That's the madness.
Yeah.
Outside of the ECR 24, let's see who do I mean McKinnon, and Kelly, like those guys. So not mad at you throwing them in there. I see why.
It's matchups and usage.
Matchup. Leonard Fournette. I mean, I think he's ready to take over that job now. I mean, that's why they brought him there. not to
Denver
be
can't
Ronald
stop
Jones'
him.
backup. Ronald Jones
Denver-
ain't never done a damn thing in this league. So, I mean, I think last week was the start. So, I like him trending up in the net and going forward. Let me see. Tariq Cohen against Atlanta looks like fool's gold to me.
That's where they got. That's where they got. Where do they got Cohen in the top 24?
He's at 27. I'm going
you know
outside
you
the
know why
24.
he's there, right?
Because it's Atlanta.
Yeah, the game script should be Atlanta. I respect the fuck out of that secondary over there in Chicago, bro. It's a good
They're that good, huh?
Yeah, bro. Like, remember that kid Jalen Johnson that I wanted, the cornerback?
Vaguely.
I wanted him in the offseason for the Niners because I was like, I think that's where we're weak. And he's a physical guy. Like, he's a guy that'll be on an island and tackle a motherfucker by himself. Like, you know what I mean? He's one of those guys, tackle a guy. And he's one of the guys that running back gets to the second level, he's tackling that motherfucker by himself. Like, he's that guy. And he's great in coverage. He's great in zone. He's great in off. Playing off coverage. Anyways, then you got Eddie Jackson, and you still got Kendall Fuller or Kyle Fuller. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I like it. I think it's gonna be a fun matchup. I think Trubisky's gonna he's gonna be good for a couple turnovers. But bro, I think that's why I have Montgomery up there, man. They're gonna need Montgomery to just beat them down.
For sure. All right. As for any other running backs, really that you might throw out there, Myles Gaskin, maybe. I might take a dart throw there over the rest of this.
I really like Josh Allen over there. Josh Allen does it all.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, for the Jacksonville Jaguars defense.
Oh yes, there's a few Josh Allens in the league now. So
yeah, there's three. There's three of them now.
Right.
Oh no, the other one isn't a Josh Allen. The one that you thought it was Josh Allen. He's like Jonathan Allen, I think. I forget. But
there's one on the Redskins and one on the Jaguars.
Yeah, but it's not a Josh Allen on the Redskins or the football team.
It's like maybe a Jared or something.
Yeah, it's a Jay Allen though for sure. But yeah, all right. Well, shit. Like some flyers. Honestly, like outside the top 24 at running back, I like DeAndre Swift. You know what I mean?
Matchup. Okay, yeah, he's the PPR guy. He's the new Theo Riddick. I mean, he doesn't get any carries.
Averaging 40% of that target. I mean, that running back timeshare. You know what I'm saying? Or not the timeshare, the snaps out of the running backs. He's been averaging 40% of it. That's more than any of the other guys. You know what I mean? Obviously, like double than any of the other guys. Yeah, fucking Kerryon Johnson got the touchdown, but that was pretty much all he did. It was just that one drive.
Question: what are the Patriots doing with their backfield, bro? I seen it looked like Rex Burkhead was like the guy who played the most snaps last week, or the most productive.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing too, man. It's just like James White was, because unfortunately, rest in peace to his father. You know what I mean? And hopefully his mother pulls through, like, you know what I mean? And then James White had to dip, and they keep Rex Burkhead will never be a healthy scratch because he'll always be active because he's also on special teams. So. You know what I mean? When that shit happened last minute, it was like, all right, Rex, you're up. You know what I mean?
James White's role is going to be a lot bigger than Sony's when fully functioning.
Yeah, and that's why, you've seen in a couple spots where I had the tandem, I just outright cut him. I just let him go.
Why are people off Malcolm Brown all of a sudden, especially if Cam Akers out? Is Malcolm Brown going to miss this week? I know he's on the
Malcolm Brown
has
a pinky. I think it was like a broken pinky.
If he's active, are you okay rolling him out?
I thought about that a lot, but to be honest, if you believe if you know my man right now who's on fire, he's on fire. I think he's even leading the league in passing right now. I mean, you might want to fact check me on this, but he's just a galloping. My man, Josh Allen the Stallion. We don't even call him the white Cam Newton anymore. He's just full on, I'm Josh Allen. Don't compare me no more. He's just tearing shit up. Bro, to be honest, I think the game script will be them, using, the more scat back, and that would be Darrell Henderson. It's not Malcolm Brown. We know what Malcolm Brown is just a system guy. He was just there. He got drafted to the Rams, I think 2016. McVay came in 2017. He's the guy that just knows the playbook better than any of these other fucks. But then, you know what I mean? And now him being hurt, I don't feel comfortable starting him.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, Darrell Henderson is the hot hand at the moment.
And to be honest, they didn't rule none of those motherfuckers out. Like they talking about even with Cam Akers having the fucking rib cartilage separated from the bones. This motherfucker still might play. I mean, you really gotta. To be honest, too, even if you ruled out Cam Akers, and it was 9 fingers Malcolm in the middle Brown. You know what I'm saying? Because he missed. He got one. He only got one pinky. That motherfucker out. I still wouldn't bump none of them up.
Fair enough. Okay, that's a tough matchup. The Buffalo.
Very tough.
So don't know if they'll have their linebackers back.
I think we're gonna see.
Which was a big deal.
I'm really worried about my receiver. My Bobby Woods shares. You know what I mean? It's like. Because Cup's he's gonna get hit with Tre'Davious White with the white out. You know what? Why not? Let's just get to that. Actually, you got any running backs you like outside of the top 24?
No, it's pretty ugly. Running back's pretty ugly this year. Outside,
I got one. I got one that could be fun. Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, I mean ECR had him inside the top 24.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they're stupid.
But you love him as a flyer.
Yeah, outside of the top 24.
I like that one. Let's see. Yeah. Any other ones? Kinnons, the Kellys. Rojo, you got to put it on the bench.
Spanking with the ranking.
Spanking with the ranking.
Rojo, you're ranked number 45.
Really hoping J.K. Dobbins flashes over there in a high-scoring game. I said I like Myles Gaskin. Murray sit. Michelle sit. AP, Gore, Edmonds sit. Deion Lewis. I might get a lot of volume, but sit him.
Devontae Freeman. What is your
yeah. I doubt he's going to be active. Why would you play him?
I think they're all.
You got to wait. You got to wait a few weeks.
I think all 3 of them, because Goldman was a healthy scratch. You know why? Goldman doesn't play special teams. Deion Lewis does. So when Saquon went down, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Deion Lewis!" No.
It's Goldman. It's going to be Goldman.
It's going to be Goldman. But now that Freeman's there, yeah, Freeman might get a little bit of sprinkle here and there.
I can't see him getting heavy volume after not having been on a team this long. So I doubt he'll even be active. But if he is, like you said, it's going to be heavy Gallman and Lewis. And I'd rather have Gallman. Don't love either of them. Carry on. Not mad at Carry on at Arizona. Might be a little bit of a high scoring game if he's getting the carries in there, and it's not really AP. But like you did say, every other game is the AP game, right? Something like that. So he did have his carries dialed back last week.
Yep.
It's maybe
remember
week one? Game.
Week 1 he came in there, give me like what, 12, 15 touches? Whatever.
You guaranteed that the next week he was going to have less. And that came through, so.
Yeah.
Outside of that, let's go to receivers.
Okay. I'm popping it off with my man. He got the Force. He's over there with Kylo Ren in the New Empire. It's Luke Skywalker. And yes, I have Adam. I got Adam's family. Devontae Adams. I got him as starting, so I got him at number 2. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't give a fuck if he has Marshawn Lattimore. You know what I mean? It's going to be on him. I just think, like, it's really just all him and Aaron Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as weapons that Rodgers trusts. Because Rodgers needs to trust you or he'll fucking won't even look your way with his gigantic eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? Next, I got A-Rob the Mob, Allen Robinson, because he should fucking feast in this matchup. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going Godwin. Come on. He has God and win in his name. Or let me do it the way I always do it. He has God and win in his name. Then we got Tyler Lockett, who from now on, DK, yo, you're the outside burner to me. Like Lockett is the guy that Russ is always checking for. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? You know what I mean? Then we go with Mike Evans because it's a phenomenal matchup. So I actually have, Brady's he has 2 guys in the top 6. Now, going on, that rounds out my top 6. Then making his first appearance in the top 24 all year, and I was just disrespecting him the whole way. It's Amari Cooper, the pooper scooper. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going with Julio, because Julio will be higher. Like, I'm not a fool. I'm not a foolio. But this motherfucker's hurt. He's on full decoy mode. But for the chance that, you know what I mean? Matt Ryan will find him if he's open. Bro, I'd be irresponsible not put him at least this high. Then I go DK. You know what I'm saying? Which now that you see, I got Cooper up there and I got both DK and Lockett so far. This should tell you I think this game is going to be a high-scoring game. You know what I mean? And I think it's going to be two teams hella running as much as they can and just ripping off play action. It's going to work every fucking time on both sides because both their secondaries suck. Besides fucking Jamal Adams just being like the entire defense outside of Bobby Wagner. You know what I mean? And then we're going with the Freak Hill. Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped up from DK. I'm going to Coolio Ridley. You know what I'm saying? Got to have Coolio in there. You know what I mean? Then we go with the Freak Hill. You know what I'm saying? Then we round this motherfucker out with the Scottish lad, the laddie, Terry McLaurin.
Firing up the bagpipes.
Fire up the bagpipes. So I know for a damn show ECR ain't fucking with me on this one.
If you guys again had the top one, you guys are in cahoots with you had Nuke.
Yep.
After that, they went Tyreek Hill and then Julio.
You know why I think they're going Tyreek Hill? He always kills the Ravens.
Yeah, him being that high against that matchup seemed did kind of raise my eyebrow.
But they're going with historic shit. Like when he plays in the Patrick Mahomes era, they've played a handful of times. Tyreek Hill busts the big one. And I think it's because, too, whether you're putting Marlon Humphreys on him or even worse, don't let Marcus Peters be on him because Marcus Peters is so aggressive. He tries to jump every fucking route, and then he's gonna get burned by like 12 yards if he doesn't jump that route correctly on Tyreek Hill, because that guy is ultra aggressive, and you know they don't really move guys left to right. They're probably gonna shadow actually. They probably would shadow Marlon Humphreys, and then they'll have a safety always watch over. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I like to see. I think this will be their third matchup. I want to say third time they play. They played once last year. They played once the year before. Yeah. So this is the third time that Mahomes and Jackson are going head to head. You know what I mean? And in this case, John Harbaugh. You know what I mean? I think they might try to have something to try to stop Hill, but still, I had to put him at least in the top fucking 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, based off talent alone, he should be up there. After what did they have after him? I said Julio, and then Ridley, Allen Robinson coming in at 5, Thielen be number 6, Cooper at 7, and Amari that being Juju 8, Evans, McLaurin, DJ Moore, and Devontae Adams coming in at 12.
Wow, they got McLaurin even higher than me.
They put him in at 10. They're crazy.
And,
no, they're not.
They're not
it's
crazy.
A good matchup.
They
not
seen
crazy
how
at all.
they seen how he ate lightweight, or at least better than anyone eats normally half the time against Darius Slay week 1. Hey, he ate against Patrick Peterson week 2. You know what I mean? He said, "Shit, hold on, old timer." You know what I mean? This week, it's gonna be a fun, nice little player matchup to watch. The Scottish lad Terry McLaurin versus Denzel Ward. That's gonna be fun because they're both fast.
Were they former teammates?
I think so.
Yeah, were they same year? I think so. Yeah.
They're both fast as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, no, I like the matchup there. Terry's the guy, so based off volume alone, he should be a wide receiver 1. Why didn't you put Julio up high, but you or Adams up high, but you dropped Julio down low because he was injured? Why didn't you penalize Adams, but you penalized Julio?
Because it's really just like Marshawn Lattimore. If he shadows, fine, but he hasn't been shadowing as much this year. And to be honest, that's the only bright spot that they got in that secondary. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't give a fuck about the Jackrabbit. I don't give a fuck about P.J. Williams, or whoever the fuck that guy is their nickel. I don't give a fuck about none of them. Devontae Adams. And they said he could have came back. I don't think the injury is as bad as they're and they're letting people think like he's really hurt. You know what I mean? I'm going with that version. You gotta like my version better anyway. You have Adams.
I do like your version better. You know that.
Yeah. You
but
I mean?
they are like
Julio.
I see it.
Julio on the other hand, he has a matchup where it is gonna be tough for him, and he will play. They're saying it's pretty severe. Like that's what they're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that he hurt it in the last game, and he played pretty compromised.
Yeah, and guess what? He'll play again, bro. This motherfucker, this is what he does. He plays with high ankle sprains. And come on, we know what Julio does. That's why I have him at least down there. Really, I want to give him a spanking with the ranking after last week.
So if you were in a 2 wide receiver league, where say you had Julio as one of your guys, and you had like a Tyler Boyd on your bench.
No,
Fuller.
Here's the thing. Tyler Boyd, he's a bad example. Will Offuller? Don't ever bring that name up.
I'm just thinking of a Julian Edelman.
Tyler Boyd.
A mid-round, a late-round receiver, late to earlier mid-round receiver.
Listen, I'm just saying, though, he's hurt and he'll play hurt. Doesn't mean he's going to be full-on decoy, but that decoy mode is not far out of the question. It's like right there. It's a thin line right now.
If that's a possibility, wouldn't you want to fade that?
No, but I still have to be responsible as an analyst to be like, yo, this is Julio. I can't give him a spanking with the ranking like that. It's Julio. That's a different. Come on. Same way, like you just said, the same logic. I should have dropped Adams in.
Well, that's what I was asking because you just on Julio. But Julio seems like
Julio. You know why Julio?
I'd be more worried if he played injured versus Adams.
I wanted to put Julio high. Watch when we get to Deontay Johnson and Juju. Watch this.
Let's watch.
Watch this.
I'm watching.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to put Calvin Ridley higher than Julio Jones.
It wouldn't have been crazy. I mean, ECR I think was scared to do it. They put him 3 and 4. He's healthy. He's not.
You know what? I'm switching him. I'm not scared like fantasy pros. I'm putting Julio right before DK.
If I told you Ridley was going to outscore Julio, would you think that's like?
No, because we play PPR, and in the condition that he's in. Yeah, but I'm just saying no.
And I think Ridley's at the point now where he's emerging as the guy. He's going to be the guy.
But see,
Julio
needs to be on the field, though.
Great, but Julio's a little bit older.
Julio needs to be on the field, though.
He needs to be on the field for sure. But even without
Julio
I think Ridley gets even more of like a boost because he's.
Listen, you put number one coverage on Julio. I don't think we see what's going on. But the fact that Julio plays snaps out of the slot too.
I think he's that good, bro.
Okay,
I don't think that his production. Maybe the touchdowns, aren't there. But I think the catches and yardage.
The touchdowns are there more than Julio ever since Julio came into the game.
No, it's better with Julio for him to score touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what you meant. I thought you meant just in general. Oh yeah, totally agree.
He's still going to produce at a high rate. He just may not score the touchdowns at a high pace. So that's all. But we're splitting hairs there.
Yeah, that's true. Well, this is the great debate. Okay, so now we're getting on to 13 to 24 a bogeys list. So you know what's crazy? Somebody who got a spanking with the ranking just as much as Will Fuller did last year, going with Stephon Diggs. And here's the thing, Stephon Diggs. I used to give him a spanking with the rankings just because I couldn't stand him last year. And he would produce, then they make me even more mad. Give him another spanking the next week. Spanking with the ranking. But now, he's just showing me things my eyebrows is raising. He's doing that. I'm like, You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean?
You bumping him up to 13 and going up against Ramsey?
I think, listen, the way that, how about this? Here's a fun fact about the Buffalo Bills right now. They're running the most 5 wides in the game right now. Out of all the teams, they're running the most 5 wide. This shit is helping Diggs so much because it's just all this anarchy going on. 5 wide receiver sets. They're dropping everyone in the coverage. Oh, but they can't because now you gotta spy on Josh Allen. He's getting more single coverage than ever. Matter of fact, it'll be Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey, you know how you beat Ramsey? You be smaller and faster.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to have to be faster, but I still don't
that's how you beat him
that
because,
matchup.
All right, give him. Okay, we'll see. We'll move him. We'll move him. I want to see where you're comfortable with him after I sound off the rest of this list.
Sure.
So, oh shit, hold on. Okay, Diggs at 13, Keenan Allen Wayans at 13. That's my new one for him. I like that one. I know, right? Fucking loved it in living color. Then, and in parentheses, because now they announced Herbert being the starter. In parentheses, I put if the pervert starts. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yes. Then Edelman, here we go at 15. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Deontay Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And then we go on to Tyler Boyd, who I actually don't really like his matchup. I think volume should be there because he's going up against Bradley. What's his name? Bradley Coleman. He has a fucking, what's his name?
Roby Coleman? The
Yeah,
guy that was on the
Bradley
Saints?
Roby
On the
Coleman.
Rams?
Yeah. He's over there now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no.
Is he any good? I don't think
Bradley,
he's that great.
It's
all right.
I can't remember his fucking name. Oh, can you look that up real quick? Look at the Eagles secondary, just their cornerbacks, and just got this is gonna drive me crazy because Tyler Boyd, I want him higher, but just the fact that I looked at his player match, I'm like, ooh. Anyways, while you look that up, we go on to the Chark Knight, rounding out number 18. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll move on. 18, we're going to Kenny G because it's Patrick Peterson, and I think Kenny G is gonna still be hurt. He's still in the air to play even. Then we got Juju. Then we go Hollywood. Then we go DJ Moore. Then we go N'Keal Harry. Then the top 24 rounds out with OBJ. Bradley Nicole Roby, that's his name?
The corner. Let me
He's
see.
a nickel corner. Fucking phenomenal.
No, I don't got it. Shit. Don't have the nickel corner on.
He should just be listed as a cornerback. It's Bradley Nicole
Maddox.
Roby.
No. Bradley Roby.
There it is. Yeah. Fucking dope. He's dope. He's killing slot receivers. Anyways, OBJ wanted to give him a spanking with the ranking, but not afraid of that Washington football team secondary. I'm just afraid of their front.
You dropped Juju really low.
Yup.
Why?
You want to know why? Okay, so check this out. You're going to love this. First of all, their nickel corner is good over there in Houston. And that's where Juju's been. 72% of his offensive snaps are coming out of the slot. Right? You know who's the one being moved around more so? Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson, he's playing 80-some% of his snaps out wide. And he played, so that's 88% of the snaps out wide. The other 12 is out of the slot. But here's the thing. 30% of the target market share is going to Deontay Johnson. He's up there with him and Adam Thielen are one of the only two receivers that are garnishing that amount of target market share. That's why I have him above Juju.
I mean, yeah.
What did Juju do? What did Juju do? He got
Next.
2 touchdowns against the Giants. Where's the yards at? It's all Deontay Johnson. And Deontay Johnson's up there in air yards right now. I'm doing this. Let's go.
I still would rather have a Juju in there over a Deontay.
Deontay Johnson.
Let me see
Go.
something.
Let's go.
Games, yeah, no. I'm not mad at it. It's not crazy because he can easily be the better receiver there in that game.
It's not about who's skilled better. It's about who's going to produce better. I'm saying it. I'm saying it because I know you love Juju. I know you love Juju.
No, but that's Ben's slot guy. That's the guy he's comfortable with. Ben hasn't played. Ben never played with Deontay Johnson. Like he's
playing with him now, and he's playing with him now, and he's garnishing 30% of the target market share.
I know. I like it. He has to. He's talented. He is. I'm not hating
Juju's
on
hovering
Johnson.
around like 18%. That's
18%
of the target market share. That's like WR2 numbers. That's like WR2 status.
Not mad at Deontay. Not mad at Deontay. I do like it.
We're going with it. Yeah.
You put who did we were talking about originally on there? You put up at your first guy. I can't remember now. Diggs. I would rather have a Keenan Allen over him. Love that one.
Keenan Allen wins.
Keenan Allen wins. I'm really big on him in this matchup with that quarterback. Odell, no, not really messing with that. Hollywood Brown seems like he's just like, I don't love the matchup, but it should be a shootout. And I mean, I think he's established he's gonna get his looks.
He could easily finish in the top 10 by just catching 2 big ones that go to the house. But as far as people like Look, that's why I have Tyler Boyd above him. Him and Tyler Boyd might very well put up the same stat line, same fantasy production, not same stat line, but same fantasy production as far as PPR goes, because he should pile up more receptions. What are we looking? Maybe 4 receptions, and you hope 2 of them go for big ones. He's averaging like 7 targets a game. Hollywood Brown. They're not throwing it that much. They're actually picking up where they left off as far as efficiency goes.
Oh, absolutely. They were. I mean, I didn't expect them to throw it too much. I just expected Lamar to run a little bit less, which I think has been the case so far.
Yeah. Well, you know what, too? Low key, people aren't remembering. They don't remember because they don't want to remember, especially the Jackson owners. They don't want to remember that he started off the year with a fucking groin. You know what I mean? So he shouldn't be running until he's all, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. One guy I like that hasn't come up yet, CeeDee Lamb, bro.
I have CeeDee Lamb. Like,
they're going to feed him.
If you look at my list,
Gallup.
Look at my list.
He's going to be a priority over Gallup.
I sent you an extra 6 cats that go all the way up to 30, and that's where you're going to see him at. He's in my top 30.
I would be crazy enough to put him up higher than a guy like Hollywood Brown. All right, even
I like
Diggs,
it.
I like that over a guy like Diggs this week in a bad matchup. That game is, like we said, it's going to be a shootout, and I'm firm when they gave him the 88 that he became a priority over Michael Gallup, and he's going to really be a guy that they feature in their offense. So him and Cooper, Gallup will get his, but I like CeeDee Lamb right now a lot. And boy, do I wish he was a Niner.
You know what's crazy? It's like, when we snapped off Kinlaw, I was happy. Like, yeah, all right. Like, first we're sitting there, and we're on the Run Boys Fantasy Network. We're covering that thing. And we're in there. I'm like, let's go. He's right there. Let's get CeeDee Lamb. Then we don't get CeeDee Lamb. I'm like, oh. And then they announce who we get. And I'm like, oh, okay, I love it. Because we're just doing business as usual. Keep this defense vicious up front. But this player just hasn't panned out. He just hasn't panned out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Been bitter. I've been bitter for months.
Yeah.
Since that moment in the draft where he was there.
But you know what, though? We were thinking like fantasy analysts. That's what we were doing.
I mean, I guess now the Niners oddly are in a situation where they're begging Mohamed Sanu to come be on their team. So I guess if that's how you want to look at it, but I see it as common sense. Get a fucking talented receiver on your fucking roster that can stay healthy. We don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not mad. I'm over it. Let's go on. What do you got after the top 24?
I said if you. Oh, here, let me pull it up.
Because you did put Tyler Boyd a little high too, and I was a little worried about.
Why are you
if you watched that game,
Where's ECR?
Tyler Boyd was not good, and he got all his production on the very last drive, and actually the very last play.
So you're telling me he got production? That's all I heard.
Listen,
that's all I heard.
When I heard you heard production 7 for 70 with a touchdown, which he got 3 for 30 and a touchdown.
Which is WR2 status.
It's fine, but can you count on that?
That's where I got him.
I mean, I would just be, like I said, if you're going to wait to do it and we're going to say, hey, the last drive is when we're going to do it, then I'm going to be nervous and you're going to be somebody that it's not going to work out for you all the time like that. So that's the only thing I like. I like Tyler Boyd. I have plenty of shares of him. This is why I'm
So should I move Deontay Johnson above both Juju and Tyler Boyd?
I think Tyler Boyd can definitely be dropped on your list. For sure, because there's a lot of people that I could see being a priority.
You know what's funny is I'll sit like, okay, how about this? Kenny G, am I too low on him?
Kenny Galladay.
He's not the speedster that Terry McLaurin is.
Hold on. We haven't. I don't see ECR doesn't have him in the top. And I forget another guy we haven't said. Chris Godwin. What the fuck is he?
What are you talking about? He was in my top 6. Come on, he has Godwin winning his game.
Okay, my bad. I apologize to you, Bogey. But ECR has him at 37th.
What?
What's going on here? They just think he's not going to play?
He got cleared.
He got cleared.
Here's the thing. This
ECR,
so stupid. He got cleared on Monday.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, you bitch ass motherfucker.
This is irresponsible.
Quote unquote pros.
Hold on. Maybe there's something I need to know here.
Maybe they're giving him a spanking with a ranking.
They're scared of concussions.
Maybe they're devil worshippers because he has God and win in his name.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be in the top 12 for me. He's got to be up there. So they're tripping with that. That's Jerry Jeudy against Tampa. I like him as the number one option over there
No, I mean, you know what? Number one out the slot.
for sure. I mean, he's just the most talented
Dude,
receiver in Denver.
I thought we was finna
the
snap
most
him.
talented receiver in Denver. So that's what I mean by that.
Not until KJ Hamler might. KJ going Hamler. MC Hamler. I want him to be a thing so bad, so I call him MC Hamler. Stop.
I like
Hamler
that one,
time.
MC Hamler.
Let him be a thing so I can have this.
Devontae Parker's ranked way low.
Yep.
That's
And I got
nice
him low
matchup.
too. I gave him a spanking with the ranking.
Why? I mean, it's Jacksonville Thursday. I mean, because he's still kind of beat up.
Yep. That's exactly why.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead. Well, let's get put a stamp on wide receivers. Who else
Okay.
after that?
Here, I had to kind of give these guys a spanking with the ranking, man. My man Bobby Woods. You know what I'm saying? Then Parker. Then 2 girls, 1 cup. You know what I'm saying? Then I got lamb chops. Then I got Michael Gallup because Michael Gallup, I really wanted to give him a real spanking with the ranking, but those outside corners, they suck, dude. Like Cooper and him should have a decent game, but I just think like they're gonna play their cover 3 that they like to do. You know what I mean? And like you're gonna find Cooper a single covered more often than not because of goddamn Zeke. You know what I mean? Like that, it's gonna be crazy. I think this could be a big Cooper game, or Cooper is just out there playing decoy. Like maybe this is a disappearing act game for him again, like he be doing, and it's a Gallup game. Either way, CeeDee Lamb, I wanted to move him up higher, like you said, dog, but I just couldn't do it. There's too many guys that I would like. I think, bro, like the way I have it, I think Tyler Boyd eats better than CeeDee Lamb this week. But I will say, I won't be surprised if we see a CeeDee Lamb breakout game. Like he
had 6 for 100, I think, last week.
Yeah.
I know he topped the 100, so.
Oh yeah, you know what's funny? I told Jasper
already broke out.
I was gonna say I told Jasper his breakout game was last week, going against Atlanta, because that was Atlanta. Hey, listen, Seattle's not far off from the type of defense that Atlanta is. They got Jamal Adams who can do, you know what I mean? Like he can do everything.
Right, and Wagner.
Yeah, and it's pretty much, and then everyone else just benefits from those 2 guys. For real though. I don't give a fuck about Dunbar. I don't give a fuck about Griffin, the other twin. Is that Shaquem Griffin?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about none of them. They're gonna get. Dak needs to show up, dog. This is
I didn't realize until I think a little earlier today, and shame on me, but he ran it in 3 times last week.
Yeah, but when I say show up, I mean through the air.
Now.
Well, why? Because you curved them a couple times in drafts.
No, because I said I have Zeke in a couple of spots.
Yeah. But still, Zeke still put up a stat line.
He got his numbers, but he could have had like one of them 5 touchdown days. You know what I mean?
Don't get greedy
I'm
now.
greedy. Yeah, I'm greedy.
Hey, listen, man. I was hot about that too, though. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what I mean. Hey, well, listen.
Just give me 2 then. Give me 2 of them. I don't need all 3. Just 2.
Yo, they had over 80 points scored in that game? That's 77? Like, what was it, 80?
Was it 39-40 or something like that? Yeah.
Fuck. That's crazy, dude. I smashed the shit out of that over.
Hell yeah. I mean, that was the one on the board for sure, so
Yeah.
that somebody hit on it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. So, yeah.
So tell me what you see our gods, and then we'll talk about a couple streaming options, and then we'll close this thing up.
Yeah, I mean, I think Robbie Anderson kind of earned his spot in the starting lineup this week.
You know what?
2
I like it.
back-to-back 100 games.
You know what? You know who I want to push out? Let's go ahead and push out OBJ and put Robbie Anderson. The string
You're moving in. Corey Davis has a nice matchup.
Yeah, I
with
have
Minnesota.
him. I have him outside there too. Outside.
So I mean, these aren't must-play guys, but they're good if you got them. And then
hey, Minnesota, they're a bad defense.
Minnesota, yeah. I mean,
Minnesota.
I thought Minnesota
They
was kind of a
suck.
good team.
Me too. Remember in our prediction episode, I was like, yo, they're gonna run for this division, but yo, their front is bad. Their front's bad. Their secondary was bad already last year, and then they got rid of the old. They were out with the old, in with the new. You know, hey, let me. Hey,
You know what they need?
who's the number one run defense
Stephon
right
Diggs.
now? Yeah. Oh, you know what's funny? Look how good the Bills look on offense when you add Diggs, and then look how bad Minnesota looks when you take away Diggs.
Exactly.
Okay,
Night
but
and day.
who's the best defense right now? But maybe fuck the eye test and everything. And if you just
Statistically,
knew,
you want to know
Yes, if you just knew statistically, you want to know. Fuck it, don't even guess. Did you want to know who it is?
No.
It's the Colts.
Yes, I do.
It's the Colts, bro.
You know what's funny is I drafted the Colts in so many leagues because
and then you dropped them after week 1.
After week 1, and now they followed it up with a good week 2, but they got some players over there. They got some players, so I mean,
it's kind of crazy.
They're trying to play.
I mean, it's like, okay, they play my man the Minshew the Ginsu week 1. Then they played fucking ready to die, and he died Cousins. You know what I mean? That week. So it's not really saying much, but statistically they are the number 1 team right now. When I say it wasn't saying much, it's saying against Gardner Minshew because he was just efficient. He only passed the ball 20 times. They were in control of that game. But like I'm saying though, like what they did, they were able to, like what did Cook do for you last week?
We got like 15, 16 points, something like that. I think he got a touchdown. 60 yards and a touchdown.
I would say the touchdown definitely. The touchdown and a couple receptions saved his day.
For sure. It wasn't good over there.
No, it wasn't.
But yeah, so their passing game's in trouble. Stealing and nothing.
Yeah.
But okay, so a couple of other guys I might like. Let me just kind of browse through this. I mean, you're in trouble. Russell Gage. I'll throw out some Russell Gage. Maybe a Brandon Cooks. If that, depending on what that game looks like. Alan Lazard and MVS. If anything happens to a Devontae Adams, play those guys.
What's the status of Devontae Adams practicing yet? Like, I mean,
no.
Okay. So.
The note I read said because I'm a Cliff Note junkie, for my guys. They may play conservative.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna become a writer somewhere wherever the fuck you read Cliff Notes at, and you're gonna see all these crazy Cliff Notes, and you're gonna get down to the bottom and it's gonna say Bogard Skype, and you're like, oh shit! I'm like, yeah, buy into it.
I knew you would become a writer just to throw me off.
Yes.
That's why you started a podcast, right?
Yeah, well, that's what all my friends say.
Just to throw people
Just
off.
to throw. Oh yeah, I just started a podcast to throw off all the league mates. And you know what's funny too is like if they just really listen to my shit, they just really just understand I'm just actually that crazy.
Yeah, I didn't think they don't need to talk football with you to know that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'll be hitting, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You be hitting too, so that's why. And you spent enough time with me where you're like, it's not even just crazy, it's just me.
It's you. It's just you talking football.
You know how much I get that in the industry right now? Like when people mention me, or I'll be in someone's live chat and they'll be like, oh, Bogart's here. Yeah, man, Bogart's always saying some crazy shit. And I'm like, yeah, but I kind of like it. I like being perceived as the crazy guy. Perceive me as that.
The mad scientist.
I like it. I'll take it. I mean, shit, that's exactly what I am. I be in a lab, crunching numbers, watching film, just letting my beard grow out. I go outside. It's been days. I've been no windows. I'm squinting my eyes. I'm wearing sunglasses in the dark even. Fuck it.
Hey.
Let's go. But yeah, okay.
Let's go to tight ends. How about that?
Yeah. I got one. I want to pop this one off because I want you to steal mine.
Go for it.
Drew fucking Sample.
Are you... Wow, you went... That's the first guy you went to.
Yep, as a streamer. Fuck yeah. Because all the big dogs should be owned. When we're talking streamers, that's somebody talking about, I need a tight end. Let me go find one.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Where's Malcolm Jenkins at now?
On the Saints?
Yeah, and he's not stopping Darren Waller for some fucking goddamn reason, right? But when he was there with the Eagles, you couldn't pick on them with the tight end. Week 1, Logan Thomas. He says like this, I am here at NFL. I have arrived. He's getting fucking 8 targets, going 7 for whatever the fuck it was in a touchdown. I don't even remember his numbers, but he 8 for a tight end that you picked up off the waiver. You know what I'm saying? Then week 2. I mean, I don't even need to mention. You know what I'm saying? You traded for him this week you traded for him going into last week and he got you a W. Single-handedly even.
Talking about Higbee?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Dial up Drew Sample in week 3 against the same Eagles.
ECR has Drew Sample at
Number
34th.
That's
34th.
stupid. This is why they're stupid.
That's a lot. That's a lot of crazy. I think he should be up in the teens.
I have him like. I mean, I think there's like. Let's try to name 9 guys over him because I didn't really rank tight ends. I just went and looked for streamers this week. So
9
obviously,
streamers or 9 total tight
No.
ends?
Just time because I think he's in the top 10. So let's try to think of 9 guys over him. Obviously, Jonnu. Obviously, Waller. Obviously, Mark Andrews. There's no particular order. So
I love that you put Jonnu first instead of like Kelsey and Andrews.
Listen, but I did say no particular order. No particular order.
Okay,
fine.
okay.
You want to put him in order? Okay, Kelsey.
No, that's
Matt,
fine.
Kelsey, Andrews, Waller. You know what I mean? Higbee, because I would put him there 4th.
Yep.
Even though he's gonna play Michael Hyde and all the crazy ass linebackers over there. You know
Linebackers were hurt last week. I don't know if they're
In
playing
Buffalo?
this week. Matt Milano and Troy Edmonds.
Ooh.
So both their middle linebackers were out, which
Okay.
was a big, which is why I think
Michael
Miami
Hyde
kind
is
of
gonna have his hands full.
right. So
Okay,
Higbee has there. He's at 4th on ECR.
Put him
as
in
well,
4th
so
anyway. See,
they're with you.
okay, now 5th. Then I'll go Jonnu. And you know what? Fuck ECR. Jonnu's 4th. Then Higbee. You know what I'm saying? So that's 5. So we need 4 more guys. I mean, I almost would start like because Ertz and Goddard could cannibalize each other. I almost want to put Sample right there at 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are a madman, and I respect it. I don't know.
Hey,
if I'm
Noah
buying-
Fant. Okay, let's go. Noah Fant. Put him 6. Drew Sample. Bam! He's at the 7th spot.
What about our Hayden Hurst Helmsley?
He's gonna have. He have
In a
Eddie
spot
Jackson.
where there might
He's
not
gonna-
be a Julio.
Eddie Jackson. Oh man, that's one thing. Okay, fine. 8. We're putting him at 8.
Mike Gesicki just
Putting him at 7.
balled.
Hold on, we're putting him at 7.
Mike Gesicki.
Okay, fine. We'll put up.
I had to say his name loudly.
We'll put Hayden Hurst Helmsley at 7. Mike Gesicki at 8. So then, boom, there's 8 guys I can name over Sample. Then Sample goes at 9. So he's not. As I was ready to put him at the 10th spot. So
TJ
now-
Hawkinson?
Fuck no.
No.
What? Buda Baker is a beast.
Are we over?
No more Arizona Cardinals can be picked on by the tight end position. No
Buda
more.
Baker was a beast last year too, though.
Yeah, but still though, he had to do more than just cover a fucking tight end.
He's gonna have to do that same stuff this year.
I'm just saying, though,
Right?
in the first 2 weeks.
Fair.
Hey, but you know, you might have hold on, let's rewind. You might be onto something because old man Logan Thomas, you know what I'm saying, Wolverine himself. He kind of went off. He kind of did go off. He kind of did go off last week against the Cards.
I mean, he got the touchdown. So I mean, I like Hawkinson. I think he's just. I liked what I saw from Sample. I don't know if that was kind of just maybe that was that matchup and we were just exploiting something they had going that day. Is Sample gonna be
Did you see
that many targets and that many catches? Are we gonna combine him and CJ Uzama from last week? And that's what we're gonna expect Drew Sample to be?
Yeah. Okay, here, check this out.
I can't do that.
Forever concussed Troy Aikman said something during the coverage last Thursday. He said, "Oh well, going back to his time at LSU, this Joe Burrow kid, he likes to throw a lot to the tight end and the slot, and he loves the shorter average depth of target, and we're seeing it tonight on the field." And
I remember that comment vividly, and it's a very accurate comment. The only thing, my concern about that comment is that the whole world knows it now. You and I know it.
But
and
still,
I guarantee you,
first
the
2
opposing
weeks,
sideline
the
knows it
film
as well.
don't lie though. The film don't lie, and you match that with the stats. Old man Logan Thomas ate on them week 1. Then week 2, Tyler Higbee was like, "Hey y'all, look at this. This is how you beat them." 3 touchdowns. Let's go. Then you couple that with the fact that he's gonna throw a ton at the tight end. You know what? That's it. I'm putting him at 5th.
You don't need another Sample? You say you've had enough?
Listen, you know what his name?
I'll need it. I
Hey,
got all
hey,
a
for
bunch
all
of
y'all,
bad-
for all y'all in the world that listen to this, and you guys are aware of what Costco is, I'm calling him the Costco Kid, because everywhere you go in Costco, samples are everywhere. Let's go.
Not anymore. You can't
And,
get a
and
sample.
you know what you do with but come on, in the days of old, before the apocalypse, and you know what you do when you get the sample, you be like, that's just pretty fire. Let's go buy that thing.
That's not what I did. I had to go take a lap and come back with a different facial expression on my face and get another one.
I
Be like,
I wasn't sure if I
what's
liked
this?
that. Listen, I used to send my daughter, go get another one of them things for me.
yes. Listen,
Yeah, the Costco Kid. Let me have it. Let me have the Costco Kid. Let him be a thing. Let Drew Sample be a thing, because then he's King Costco. And then you please let KJ Handler be a thing, because we're Hammer time, bro. Oh, MC Hamler, give me it.
Fair. All right.
Oh, shit.
I'll accept your argument on Drew Sample. I still don't know.
Streaming
how I feel
defenses.
about
Give me some. Let's close this thing out.
streaming defenses. Do you want to hit any quarterbacks? Or you want to do defenses?
Oh
first?
yeah. The QBs, man.
I mean, we'll play the. I mean, the streamers obviously. Like
My bad, I forgot because I thought we were gonna go QB then TE, so we went straight to TE. So yeah.
We jumped. My bad. We were in the flex cog. Let's see. Streamers that I like, obviously Minshew.
Hold on. He is not a streamer.
I'll let you
He
go
is
ahead.
not a streamer. He's a guy that you should be willing to drop Carson Wentz for. Even he's a guy. You see the Ginsu out there.
Like you just said, drop somebody to get him. So he's out there. He's available to a lot of leagues. So that's what we mean by a streamer.
I know,
So you go
but
grab him
he's
and you
better
play
than
him
a
this week in
streamer.
Miami.
He's a guy you pick up and now you have him. You have him now.
Absolutely. One that you're not going to play in probably a 12-team quarterback, but a matchup I love, Mitch Trubisky at Atlanta.
What? Come on, that's number 2 on the list, bro. Come on.
He's number 2 on your quarterback list?
On the streamers.
Oh, on the streamers. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Who's number 1 for you?
Number 1 is streamers. It's Minshew.
No.
It's Minshew, but like I said, I had to preference it. He's not technically a streamer. You pick up. Then I'd say
We're talking single quarterback, 10 to 12 team leagues.
the Magic Man also, but I love Trubisky here, dog. Come on, it's Atlanta.
Yeah, you could. I'm good with benching Watson this week in this spot against Pittsburgh. There are some Tannehill. I love Tannehill at Minnesota. Like we said, Tannehill looks like he's keeping up with what he was doing last year.
And Minnesota,
Minnesota,
suck.
that defense has no pop in it. You know? Okay.
That's too good.
Joe Burrow at Philly. Let's get money.
Let's
get
go.
Money. Phillip Rivers at the Jets is a nice matchup, but the volume might not be there. So he's good for the 200 and the 2 tuggies. I would feel like.
Hey, how about this? Going back to receivers just for a quick second. Outside of the top, I was gonna say even T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. too. We didn't say.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Yeah, okay, but yeah, go on. Who else you got for QBs?
Matchups I like outside
Nick
of the
Mullins. Let's do it.
No, not doing it.
I'm
not doing it. Justin
I'm not doing
Herbert
it
at
either.
Carolina.
Not
Like
doing
that one.
Oh yeah.
No, Nick Mullins. I didn't like what he looked a little shaky.
Jeff
last
Driscoll's
week.
a DFS play. Let's not tell him to throw that in their season.
We're not. No, Jeff Driscoll. Let me see. Yeah, you can bench. I think you can bench some Drew Brees this week. Yeah, he's pretty low.
I don't know. If Michael Thomas is there, I'm not doing that.
I don't anticipate Michael Thomas
But I'll
being
tell you
there.
this much. I got so many people messaging me about the Ginsu because I've been the Ginsu guy, right? Like, motherfuckers was like, bro, I dropped Drew Brees for the Ginsu. Hey, man, I didn't say anything wrong with that. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, I dropped Carson Wentz for the Ginsu. Oh, word, bro. Good for you, man. Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Love the Ginsu. He needs to eat in this matchup, man. Or else there's going to be like 200 fucking analysts jumping on me. Hey, man,
Hey, you know what? It's a what have you done for me lately league.
That's true. Listen, if he has a bad game, so be it. He's going to go fuck like 7 hoes and then come back and be like,
Did you see his little go back and forth with Fitzmagic?
For real? I didn't see
You
that.
didn't see that? It was minor. But, Fitz made a comment that guys with mustaches usually can't grow beards. They're patchy. And then
You know
Minshew
what?
said something like,
He said, let me show me your chest hairs. Let's have a chest hair off.
He said, no, it was soft. He's like, yeah, you guys have seen me with a beard, but, I respect my elders, especially when they're way elder than me. So, so yeah, I
Listen,
think I like that. It's like a little,
Minshew,
boxing, little trash talk before the bout. So I ain't mad at it. Little minor,
little weigh-in,
casual.
little weigh-in,
just a little toss, a little talk. So,
hey, Minshew,
hey, put a little juice on that game. I would love. Hey, listen to me. I'm gonna say this right now, and maybe it's irresponsible, but I'm ready to start the Magic Man over Deshaun Watson in my super flex.
Hey, listen, I like Ryan Fitzpatrick as a streamer, but still though.
Over Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, you're a savage. Let's do that. I want to see you do that.
I'm about to.
That's Bogard shit right there. Let's do it.
I'm about to do it, or maybe over Daniel Jones in the end, because I don't like that matchup. But Fitzmagic, dial him up.
Yeah, and guess what? This motherfucker right here, right? What's this motherfucker's name? Minshew. I bet you anything Minshew got more kids than Fitzpatrick does. Only Minshew just doesn't know it. You know what I mean?
They're everywhere.
I'm telling you, they're
Spread
everywhere.
out.
He had like 300 kids, bro.
Damn, like that?
Yeah, bro.
Slaying?
He's fucking one new one a day. Remember last year when he had the groin injury? It wasn't from football.
Off the field.
Laying on razor sharp swag.
Let's go to the defensive side and get up out of here.
Hey, real quick. The Colts, obviously. And then here's another one, because this is going to be just funny me saying out loud, because we were talking about how I love Trubisky. Atlanta, bro.
Atlanta?
Yeah. Okay.
That one's a little far down the rankings.
Atlanta, I don't give a fuck about if you put up fucking, 24 points on Atlanta's defense. I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because first of all, they're averaging like 17 points on offense over there for the Bears, right? And, you know what I'm saying? I think they'll try to, if they can score their average of 17 points, it'll probably be because they're playing defense and trying to run the ball with a lead. You know what I mean? Now, come on. There's a vacancy in the president's spot for the Pick Six Club. And I think my man Trubisky, he's running. He's running for that spot. He's campaigning.
Are you calling a pick six in this game?
I'm calling it. I want multiple ones.
Oh, I love that.
Give it to me. And I want it too, because I'm actually starting Trubisky. I get mad at him. I'm starting him in one of my 2 QB leagues where you can only have 2. You know what I mean? And I'm hella pissed because, first of all, man, I want to vent this shit. This is the most poorly ran leagues ever. It's supposed to be an expert league, and bro, after Monday night, everybody unlocks. Only people that have been dropped are on waivers and you bid on them. So like, I woke up yesterday morning to make waiver claims, and everyone was already took. You know what I mean? So
wow.
I was playing a good Justin Herbert against Carolina. I have Cam Newton there. So I was like, okay, who am I going to play with Cam Newton? You know what I mean? I've been shuffling around my second QB because they made some fucking whack-ass rule that you can only hold 2. You know what I mean? And then it's like, yo, I'm telling you, I don't like this fucking integrity of that league, dude. That's the rule. You know why? Because the rules weren't set like that. The rules were stated it was going to be like this. It's not like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know how I get. Get. When a motherfucker like, yo, be about what you said. And ain't nobody said nothing but me. And then the first person when I say, yo, how in the fuck is everybody picking up everybody freely with no problems? And then like, the first person chimes in, oh, I noticed that when I was able to get whoever I wanted. I'm like, exactly. You wouldn't say nothing. I'm not mad at that. And so then I directly went into the commish. Like, yo, commish, this is not how you said it was going to be. Oh, it's the first time using this platform. Yeah, then if it's your first time and you're the commission, it's expert league, bro, be on your shit.
Be an expert.
Exactly. Come on. Yeah, but I'm just saying no. Because you know why? You know why? We are in cutthroat-ass leagues where the rules need to be a certain way. You know what I mean? And if the rules weren't like that, say it like that. Because then so everybody can play the game how it's supposed to be played. Because technically, it's not against the rules. But that means after the Monday night game, I'm swooping up, motherfuckers. I'm not thinking there's integrity in this league where it's like, all right, I'm going to make my claims after I'm done working on a Tuesday. Because I'm doing podcasts back to back to back on a Tuesday. And you know what I'm saying? I have a few hours before the midnight comes around where I can make all my claims.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, do what you got to do. Exploit the rules. That's the name of the game.
Exactly.
That's what I do best. I get in. I look at the rules and I find a way to exploit them.
But here's the thing,
a
though.
Stupid rule. I'm gonna take advantage of it.
What's more likely? That the person made it like that and then said it was another way, and then let everyone find out on their own?
Waiver debacles are from not knowing, not even looking at the settings, just assuming.
No,
that
not
it's
even
gonna be run a
assuming.
certain way.
The commissioner has a fucking Zoom meeting with everyone in the fucking league and says out of his fucking mouth what it is going to be.
And
You know what that's... See, that was going to be... You're going to have to bid on motherfuckers, and it's just like normal. Players lock up when the game starts, and then you have to wait till the fuck... Come on, like normal.
Right? And it's not that.
No. They're all... After the Monday night game...
He knew what he was doing. He didn't know what he was doing.
I don't know. My version's better.
Hey, you're in the league. Your version's the only version.
It's true. I'm saying, though. I'm just saying, though. Like, have integrity. You know what I mean?
I respect it. That's what I try to do.
Because you know why? You know what I like doing? I like winning. I like winning when it's cutthroat as fuck. I don't like when like there's little advantages like motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to even kill landscape and let motherfuckers duke it out. You know what I mean? Not like a motherfucker who's like, all right, they don't know about this. I done told them. It's bamboozlement. And the first person that finds out ain't gonna bring it up and have integrity.
Get the pitchforks out. Get the pitchforks out.
Nah, I threw it out there, let them know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with that shit.
That's all you can do sometimes.
Yeah, and then, you know, a couple of the people in that league that I actually talked to, they're just like, yeah, man, I didn't like that either. But when I noticed it, I was like, fuck it, this is how it is, what it is. And I'm like, I'm more mad because I noticed it late.
Of course.
Yeah, because I'm thinking this is a league that has integrity when the commissioner said what it was going to be.
Yeah, to me,
and then,
it seems like
to me, it sounds like a cop-out when you're like, oh, it's the first time I've ever used this platform. Then fucking understand the platform or use what you're fucking familiar with. Matter of fact...
to be honest, the guy doesn't seem like he put that much effort or energy into it, and he just thought...
Yeah, but that's not expert shit to me. Like you just said.
Like what?
Like you just said. Be an expert then.
Be an expert, exactly. So it wasn't expert. It doesn't sound like it was expert behaviors demonstrated. I had an incident with waivers. You know, waivers can always be an issue. If you're not set correctly, I've seen instances where like the first guy will get everybody he claims, so he'll get 7 guys and he'll get every guy.
Yeah, then it moves on. I'm in hella leagues like that.
Which is a big fucking clusterfuck. Or it's not in order of the standings. It's just a rolling number.
Yeah, I don't like that rolling bullshit either.
This happened to me. I'll never forget. In that I want to say it was 2011. It was the year Michael Vick was an Eagle. Kevin Cobb was the starter.
So it was 2013.
This was it was. I don't even remember what year it was. Kevin Cobb got hurt week 1. Michael Vick comes in, balls, right? And I go, that's the guy, right? In super flex leagues like I played in, even at that time, I said I need Michael Vick, and I had the lowest week 1 total. So I was week 1
You're
waiver,
like,
right?
Whoa, I'm getting me Michael Vick.
I had an argument with my brother, and he's like, no, Cobb's the guy still. And I go, you're out of your fucking mind. Michael Vick was electric. He was back. And that first year where he got that job, he was. And then the waivers come out, and I wake up the next morning, and I don't have Michael Vick. And I fucking lost my mind. And you want to know something? The commissioner of this league was the professor.
Wow! Shout out to the professor.
He didn't know what he was doing, and he was and he's the one who ended up getting Vic. And there was no collusion.
See, listen. No. I don't.
No
collusion.
Fuck
that. I don't give a fuck.
No collusion.
That's a funny coincidence to me. And you know me, I don't live by coincidence.
It is a coincidence. No, because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Not for me. Not my version. Not the way I see it.
I know, but I know I was there in the league, so my version's the only version. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So, but what I'm saying is, he didn't know. The waivers were just fucked, and it happened to be. He didn't change the setting. He just didn't adjust it, and so it was that thing where it was a rolling waiver. They never changed by standings, and I never got Vic.
Yeah, and so if you never pick anyone up,
I'm still bitter. Like 8 years later.
If you never pick anyone up, right? If you never pick anyone up in that type of waiver system, because I was in one of those, that 14 team league I was in last year. where I dominate this league every fucking year, and they bump it up to 14 the last 2 years. And then last year, he's like, you know, we go into the thing, it's like 4 weeks in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm killing shit. I'm undefeated. Then it's 6 weeks, I'm undefeated. Then we're getting closer to playoffs, and I go, yo, why in the fuck don't I have my shit? I don't have my star yet. It's like week 10. He's like, oh, well, no, it was like week 8. And I was already undefeated, whereas like I could lose out. I'm still in the playoffs. And, oh, well, because we have 8 motherfuckers get in. The fuck? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's something that wasn't announced. It was announced it was going to be 6. But then, you know, somewhere along the way, before week 1 started, we did the draft like 2 weeks before the year started. And then that motherfucker's like, oh, you know what, dog? And you know what he says? Well, yeah, I changed it because, you know, I have never gotten playoffs in my own league. This is my boy. He's a commissioner. I'm like, yo, I get that, but you say it then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's that right there. That's one. Yeah.
I'm just saying though, like, but see, here's the thing. One. If a motherfucker would have said on Monday night everybody unlocks, you know, that's fine.
Announce it, make the rules clear.
Like, you know, whatever it is, after when it's Tuesday morning or whatever, midnight Monday, and it turns into Tuesday, whatever the fuck it unlocks, because everybody was just picking up everybody freely the next morning. Like, it was just like, what the fuck is going on, dude? You know
Wild shit, man. Wild shit. It'd be like that sometimes. That's why you gotta be on top of everybody in these leagues, and especially, you know what I mean.
See, I don't fuck with leagues like that. Like all our leagues that we're in, no one should ever complain about the fucking rules. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I've even stated rules. Like look what we're gonna look what we gotta do in the TFL. It was supposed to be changed. We said it was gonna be like that. It was supposed to be like that last year. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know, because then it's like, bro, if I said it was gonna be a veto system and then we switch it, that's shady. Like, it's not supposed to be like that. You know what I mean? And then I'll admit that's the commissioner's fault. You know what I mean? Because
yeah, I mean, running a tight ship league is not always easy, especially if you're not like wildly experienced in running them. The settings and just can tweak, and every year apps are updating and things are like the sites are updating, and it's like you gotta really be on top of everything. And one minor slip up can fuck up somewhere along a whole year. So I mean, you just have to be your commissions have to just be really detailed and be checking that shit, because I mean, otherwise if you just go in and accept the league to standard settings to just be perfect for you, you're gonna find something ain't. You know what I mean? That's just the lack of going over the details, the fine print. You know what I'm saying? You just signing the contract without reading it.
That's not being fucking, you know, quote unquote expert like.
That's not expert.
No, that's like fucking, that's amateur shit, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
And I will say this too. You know, the commissioner, when I first got invited to the league, was saying it was gonna be Yahoo, and I was like, hell yeah, I love Yahoo. And then motherfucker's like, oh, I have never done sleeper, but so, and then the industry loves sleeper, so he does sleeper. And it's like, yo, then night after night, you should be studying this shit. Like, you know, the SBI, you know, me and shout out to the Fornicator, we commissioned this league together. It's obviously the Smokey and Bogey Invitational, right? We sat there, went over the rules. And then we even agreed between me and him, we said it was going to be Fab. We never switched it to Fab. We announced to everybody, hey, you know, we never said it was gonna be Fab, but we intended on it. But since it's not, and it's right before we went, we're leaving it how it is. We weren't gonna last minute change it because we didn't say anything to anyone. You know what I mean? It was just supposed to be an agreement between me. It was an agreement between me and him when we went and set up all the rules, all the settings. One thing we forgot to do was put it to a Fab budget. But and then the you know, right before the week starts, we look, oh shit, by the way, we were gonna have it a Fab. We didn't change it, but since we didn't, this is how it is.
Hey, the way I see it, the way I am,
that's integrity.
Unless it's some like shady shit going on, man. Whatever you decide, you know what I mean, decide it. Let's rock. I'm coming to get you either way. Like, I don't give a fuck what rule.
No, I'm serious. I don't give a fuck what kind of rule you make.
Just
be
clear
it.
on Let's go. Let's rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be clear on that shit.
Like I said, just don't be shady. And we're all the way to it. But either way, no matter what you decide, I'm coming.
I asked about this in particular too. I asked about it early before the year started. I go, hey, I'm able to just pick up guys. Like, isn't everybody supposed to be locked? And if you want a guy right now before the year starts, supposed to put Fab? He says, I don't know. He says, "Oh, it's gonna be like that when the year starts." I'm just saying, bro. Like, it just
amateur hour, my man. It's amateur hour.
Come on.
You know what I mean? You know what it is?
and
You know what I mean?
the experts, the actual experts that are in that league, they picked up on that real fucking fast for sure. They're like, "Oh, boom! Look what we can do in this one."
You see how a diamond level commissioners do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all these other ones that don't meet that standard, you're seeing where they fall short. You know what I mean? You're seeing it.
You ain't
It's
lying.
very apparent. It's very apparent. You know what I mean? So not all can you know what I mean, can handle the job. That's all I'll say.
Highly imitated and never duplicated. And Playmakers,
Exactly.
you know what time it is. Follow us at the GMM Network on both Twitter and IG. Follow my esteemed colleague, The Gu, at the Guru408 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, good luck in your week 3. We will be hitting you with our special guest, homie Tino. He's coming on our show next. With me and The Gu, we're gonna be and we're gonna be previewing the week 3 matchups minus the Thursday night. Well, we will be recapping the Thursday nighter, and then when we preview the rest of the Sunday slate onto the Monday nighter. Hey, use promo code GMM for Monkey Night Fight. Give me money. Hey,
Get it. Tino coming on, huh? The bully.
it's the Bully Bowl this week.